Mabilis pa, parang di nagbago. Parang nakalaban lang ako ng kasundan ko ah.
Ang iba din sa kalaban Pacquiao.
Kaya.
Wala mong jab, wala mong jab. May mo sa laban, jab, sukin. Lamig kita bago mga. Pabor kayo.
At 47 years old, Manny Pacquiao has begun training for his rematch against Floyd Mayweather Jr., and this upcoming fight has reignited their historic rivalry, which was first seen in 2015.
Into the International Boxing Hall of Fame. He's the 8th Division World Champion. Please welcome back to the sport of boxing, the legend Manny Pacquiao.
The boxing legend has returned to intense training, determined to prove that age is just a number and that his speed, power, and warrior spirit remain dangerous inside the ring.
Nice.
Pacquiao begins each day before sunrise with intense road work, pounding the pavement to rebuild his legendary stamina.
Boxing. I'm excited for the fans to give a good fight. Boxing is my passion. The way I train, the way I work hard to make sure that I can give a good fight to the fans. Still here. Manny Pacquiao is back.
Talk to me about the run. How strenuous was it? Was it harder than you were thinking, easier than what you're thinking? How did it go down?
I gotta say, everything's just mental, you know, and it was definitely, you could definitely feel it, you know, for sure, especially going up those hills, you know, and for him to do this every day, every morning, is definitely a lot of hard work, but he's...
After miles on the road, Manny Pacquiao heads straight into grueling gym sessions filled with pad work, heavy bag drills, and high-speed combinations, while strength and conditioning routines follow, sharpening his power and resilience. Pacquiao also continues his infamous stick ritual to condition his body for pain, and during training, assistants repeatedly strike his abs and torso with wooden sticks, toughening muscles and sharpening his ability to absorb brutal punches, while the routine strengthens his core, builds endurance, and mentally prepares him for the impact of elite competition.
You start. It's a good massage. That's a deep tissue massage. I like that. Narrow tattoos. 10 seconds. Put some weight on. Move up with the fish. Move up the 54. Time! Exactly. Go. Hey. Done.
Take it, let me go. Harder! Hey, here we go. 10 seconds. 30 seconds, baby. Yeah, baby. Time. Do that in the fight. Very be happy, I'll be happy. Do that in the fight. Get mad.
But as long as the fire, passion, and willingness to endure hard work remain, he believes you should keep going.
Of course, boxing is boxing, you know, it's really hard sport. When laziness comes to your body, to your mind, then stop boxing. Forget about boxing. But as long as you dedicated, you have fire, you have, you know, you have interest to punish yourself like that, for hard work, you enjoy doing hard work training like that, discipline, then go for it. Like, continue boxing, you know.
Yeah.
But
If you do that, you'll be successful. You know,
of course. But something like, you know, comes to your mind, like especially in the middle of like preparation, like let's say 2 months after 1 month training, it's like tired, like, you know, lazy.
I agree. It's not a sport you play.
But as long as you enjoy it, like you know, you enjoy, you're happy doing it, like, I mean, go for it.
Pacquiao explains that fatigue and doubt often appear midway through training camp testing commitment, and for him success comes from pushing through those moments while staying aware of physical limits.
When the time comes, like, come to my mind, my heart, like, this is fine. Then forget about boxing. Yeah, right? But as long as you have passion, dedication,
You still have fire, then yeah.
yes, of course. But look at your body also. Sometimes your mind is active, but your body got
It's not. Mine stopped a long time ago.
So that's why I'm trying. I'm trying to push myself, but you know, stop it. Really.
Ganda.
Hard work yan, si Jack eh. Gusto lang papunta sa Jack eh. Hard work yan.
Ako na
talaga sa'yo.
Tama yan, di kami drive mo.
Pacquiao is not only preparing for his mega showdown, but also sharing the journey with his son Emmanuel Pacquiao Jr. training side by side in the gym as the boxing legend mentors Pacquiao Jr. through intense pad work, heavy bag drills, and conditioning sessions. Mayweather Jr. is also deep in training camp, sharpening his trademark defense timing and ring IQ for the official rematch, while the undefeated legend is reportedly focusing on conditioning, pad work, and controlled sparring to maintain his precision and stamina.
Watch it. I step back and I have my distance. That's why I step back. See, I have my distance. Fighters don't know their distance. You gotta know your distance.
What sets this rematch apart from other recent Floyd Mayweather Jr. bouts is its official status. Unlike his recent exhibitions, which often felt like controlled sparring sessions with limited intensity and no stakes. This fight is a sanctioned professional match, and Mayweather's perfect record is officially on the line, giving every punch, round, and strategy real consequence. For fans, this means the tension, risk, and competitiveness are genuine, unlike exhibitions where outcomes are largely symbolic. Both fighters are fully committed, bringing decades of skill, preparation, and legacy into the ring, while the stakes elevate the spectacle, promising a serious contest where history, pride, and championship credibility are all at play rather than just entertainment.
The promoter had to come out and go, hey, wait a minute, I think we're a little bit lost in translation here. In Japan, by exhibition, what I'm talking about is, this is a extravaganza. This is a once in a lifetime. This is a big event. But apparently that doesn't mean that to you guys. It's like, okay, I can meet you halfway. The problem is, with an exhibition, Floyd's perfect record of 50-0 is not on the line. And whether you want to call that an extravaganza or something else, if there is not a sanctioning body and the record's not on the line, what are we doing it for? It's very tough, right? So Floyd has been going around, he's been doing these exhibition matches, and whoever put this together demanded the record is on.
Whether you want to call that an extravaganza or something else, if there is not a sanctioning body and the record is not on the line, what are we doing it for? It is very tough, right? So Floyd has been going around, he has been doing these exhibition matches, and whoever put this together demanded the record is on the line. Many fans and analysts who once doubted another showdown between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao were openly skeptical as critics questioned their age, timing, and whether the magic of their first encounter in 2015 could ever be recaptured, while some dismissed it as a nostalgic cash grab rather than a meaningful contest. Now, however, the conversation has shifted, and the same voices that once criticized the idea are breaking down training footage, debating strategy, and analyzing how each legend has evolved.
You got announced. I was a little, I gotta tell you, but I've had a couple of days to sleep on it, and I have a different opinion. I got two reasons for it. First off, 4 million people bought that pay-per-view. Okay, now this was 11 years ago. 4 million people bought that pay-per-view. It officially is the biggest pay-per-view in history, not just for fighting. This sold more than anything else. All right, that's something. Now, secondly, Floyd is putting his record on the line. And I don't know who gets credit here, but I give it to the promoter of the event, of which largely goes unnamed and just gets called Netflix. Okay, great. Hey, Netflix, dude, man on the phone. Great job. Great job. It's a big deal. It's a very big deal. Look, exhibition, that term has never worked. In fact, that term creates problems in America. That term was first introduced to us in America through Floyd going to Japan, doing a fight in Ryzen, and it was an exhibition. When we all hear about that, we go, well, this is play. This is a spar session, and another reason this rematch is generating massive excitement is the unfinished business from their first encounter, as many fans felt the 2015 bout did not fully live up to expectations, leaving a sense of what if lingering for years. Like Mike Tyson said after the fight, that was all we were waiting for our whole life, capturing the long-standing anticipation for a decisive showdown. The first fight, while historic, left questions unanswered about strategy, speed, and who truly had the edge, and now both legends have had years to evolve, making this rematch not just a nostalgic moment, but a chance to settle debates and deliver the thrilling, high-stakes contest fans have been longing to witness for over a decade. It happened. And I remember Mike Tyson specifically came out to the media and he asked a question. His whole statement, his whole interview was actually a question. He said, we waited our whole lives to see that. And Mike really summed it up for all of us. It was a letdown. And if those two are going to go out, I mean, you're talking about Sphere and you're talking about boxing. And that means a couple of things. One, it's going to be a really big and really expensive event. And two, don't think you're going to get a supporting cast as this story unfolds. Like, don't think some killer co-main event's going to come on. And I kind of got my interest, and my wife and I might go, but I want to see who's opening the card. Now, it's not like that for boxing. Floyd and Manny have got to be enough. And you know what? It might be. There is something interesting to Floyd putting.
Pacquiao has openly acknowledged that he was not at full strength heading into his 2015 fight with Floyd Mayweather Jr. The Filipino icon revealed he suffered a significant right shoulder injury during training camp, which limited his ability to throw combinations and fully execute his aggressive style. According to Pacquiao, the injury restricted his movement and punching volume, ultimately affecting his performance on boxing's biggest stage.
Not being 100% the first time around. I think it was a shoulder, right? Was it a shoulder issue that you were fighting through, popped up during training? To the fans who are excited about this, but a little bit worried about another injury coming up because we're all 11 years older than we were back in 2015. To them and their concerns, you say what?
Well, both of us are disciplined fighters, so him and me, we taking care of our body, and we always work out almost every day and playing basketball like that. So right now, I still can fight. I feel like I'm still young. I mean, nothing.
Simon Jordan rejected the notion that a second fight between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao holds genuine competitive significance, as he pointed to their 2015 encounter, where Mayweather secured a clear decision victory, arguing that the result left little unfinished business. In Jordan's assessment, Pacquiao's more recent outings indicate a fighter nearing the twilight of his career, while Mayweather has largely stayed active through exhibitions that lack the intensity and stakes of elite professional bouts. Jordan believes the rematch is rooted in commercial logic rather than sporting merit, and he argues that modern broadcast platforms such as Netflix increasingly approach boxing as premium entertainment, prioritizing global headlines over competitive necessity. With a massive international subscriber base, even a modest spike in new signups can offset enormous event costs.
Floyd's unbeaten record and the professional status of the bout add any intrigue to this at all?
No, not really. I don't think so. I mean, Manny Pacquiao's had a fight recently, hasn't he, against Mario Barris, who just lost his title to Ryan Garcia, deservedly so. And that was a draw in which most people saw Pacquiao at the end of his career, saw what was left of him, and were not too happy that he came back again. Floyd Mayweather has had a variety of different bouts. I mean, I hear that he's going to fight Mike Tyson. I don't understand what that thinking is. Or an exhibition. We've seen him fight and hold up Conor McGregor in an exhibition fight. It's Netflix building entertainment models around sport. Sport is entertainment. It crosses over. Netflix have got a proven model of success that ultimately they invest some money into these sort of things, whether it's Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson or Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. They'll look at their lifetime value of their average subscriber, not every subscriber, but their average subscriber, and then they multiply it by the amount of subscribers they think they're going to get as new ones. And they make a
Atlas evaluates both fighters' physical conditions carefully, and on age he sees no significant advantage, as both Mayweather and Pacquiao are veterans nearing the end of their careers, so he scores them as equal. However, when considering miles on the odometer, he favors Mayweather because his defensive, cautious style historically results in less wear and tear in the ring, preserving his body despite many years of fighting. Conversely, reflexes and timing are crucial in boxing, and here Pacquiao earns the edge because he has been actively fighting recently, keeping his timing sharp and reactions quick, while Mayweather's long inactivity despite his pristine record could blunt his reflexes, especially early in the bout, giving Pacquiao a potential tactical advantage.
They each get a check. They're both old, right? So that's number one. The number two was who's got less miles on the odometer. And because of the defensive style of Mayweather, I gave a check to Mayweather having the edge here. I mean, besides the Marquez fights, Pacquiao's been in some tough fights, right? Reflexes and timing and other boxing elements. Well, I gave the check to Pacquiao. You know, at least he's had some fights, or at least one real fight, Barrios recently. And yeah, Mayweather's fresher, but inactivity could affect his timing, especially early in the fight. So next one, power. Well, the guy who's always been a naturally better puncher, not the naturally bigger guy though, so that equals it out a little bit, evens it out. The naturally bigger guy is Mayweather, but the natural punch was always Pacquiao.
Pacquiao has remained more competitively active in recent years, most notably fighting Mario Barrios in a closely contested bout that ended in a controversial draw, as many observers believed Pacquiao had done enough to win, showing flashes of the speed, timing, and offensive bursts that defined his prime. Even if age has clearly reduced his overall output and durability, the performance suggested he can still compete at a respectable professional level, particularly against solid opposition. In contrast, Mayweather has largely limited his ring appearances to exhibition matches rather than sanctioned professional contests, and these events, often staged as entertainment spectacles, have featured opponents ranging from former champions to crossover personalities.
doing this in a pro fight. This will not be an exhibition. It'll be a pro fight. So it is going to go on someone's record. Could Manny actually take Floyd's O away? And here I am getting drug into this thing. And you know what? I'm not even mad about it because I understand what it is. It's not going to be the highest level of fight between these two. And I don't think it sullies their name any worse than what Floyd was doing with John Gotti III. No offense to top 3 black person of all time, but Deji, some other fights that no one really watched or cared about. Floyd did that to himself, but he still has the drawing power across from his greatest rival in Manny Pacquiao to make this an interesting fight. And again, it's a pro fight, so if Floyd goes in there and gets touched up or doesn't have it anymore and the reflexes aren't what they were, and we've seen Manny still has a little bit of it. He looked a little old in the Barrios fight, looked a little susceptible to being hit, but still has it on the offensive side, still has heavy hands, hurt Barrios with some punches.
All right, everyone. Stay tuned for the latest in boxing news, highlights, events, and stories. Subscribe to Glove Lord and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Be sure to watch our other videos too. Until next time, take care and stay safe.